Welcome to Fashion Week International, the show that reports on the most fabulous fashion weeks in the world and the culture and politics behind them. This time, we're in Kingston, Jamaica for Caribbean Fashion Week.
See a lady, a woman that can't wine. Give them peace out. Bend over. Bend over.
This a girl no tell lie from morning. A two man call me them darling. No one man can have Lisa crawling. It's sticky pande. Hey! One man can't tell us your body.
In June 2012, Caribbean Fashion Week descended on Kingston, Jamaica. Although Jamaica might not be known for catwalk couture, reggae and dancehall style have become a worldwide export.
I love Jamaica.
Whilst dancehall parties are probably the best parties in the world, they're also the place where you'll find some unusual beauty trends, including skin bleaching.
Jamaican girls, them love to bleach. The bleaching, they make them brown and pretty. It's not good for them. It mash up them beauty.
And girls ingesting agricultural chicken feed to get a bigger ass.
I don't like slim girls. I would never live with a slim girl, no matter what you have.
Welcome to Caribbean Fashion Week.
My cup is in my cup. Drinking cup says in my cup. My drink is in my cup. In my cup says it's my cup. My cup, hey! My cup.
Caribbean Fashion Week has been running for the last 12 years, mainly without a hitch, with the exception of 2010, when the whole event had to be postponed due to a small war being fought between the army and local hero/drug lord Dudus Coke. This year's Fashion Week was going ahead with not a drugs war in sight at the National Sports Centre in New Kingston. The problem with sports centres is that no matter how much hotel furniture and DHL fashion stalls you set up, it's always going to look like a sports centre. Once the shows actually started, the gorgeous models definitely had their own way of working the runway to an eclectic soundtrack of Skrillex and Bob Marley. However, it wasn't until the fashion stopped and the after-show entertainment began that the catwalk really blew up. As local dancehall artist and heartthrob Conscience took to the catwalk, the previously prim girls on the front row summarily transformed into insatiable dancehall queens. In Kingston, dancehall nightlife is omnipotent. You can rave every night of the week if you want, at imaginatively named parties such as Mojito Monday, Nipples Tuesday, Weddy Weddy Wednesday, and so on. To find out more, we were going to meet a man who, to describe as an authority on the subject of dancehall, would be an understatement. We just spontaneously were told we had an interview with Elephant Man, and I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. And then when we walked in and I met him and I shook his hand, I became completely overwhelmed and I dissolved.
Glasses! Wait. Fashion Week, turn the camera. Christian about the shoes, they must say we fresh, we must make the news. Hermes belt, Matt Louis V shoes, I'm still not go hard, I'll know me a cruise. Hold on now. Girl, you look so sweet, dress up like a stylist, look at your physique, don't have make no fashion, me shop and forget me beat. And the girl them say we fresh like the water from the peak, clean when we come out. Everybody say so, cargo you turn it up, load over you so one day so, uptown and ghetto, she's the Fashion Week, do it, say it, do it. Turn up! Kevin, hold it. Shambhala. You ready, pretty lady?
Yes, pretty man.
Good to go. Like your shoes.
I wore them just for you.
You got a new slang in Jamaica called flapway. Like you look good, like your shoes, you say, yo, the shoes are flapway. Everybody in dancehall is fashionable. Jamaican take fashion serious. Even them car. Them take fashion with them house, them car, them pocket, and everything. All them money go fashion. So right now, we say fashion and everything. Good.
And what about trends like skin bleaching?
Like, for instance, in Jamaica, that run Jamaica, Because everybody proud to be black, you know. But as I tell you, some people bleach for just the fashion. If you're watching a runway in Europe, everybody is so slim, sexy, the clothes sit down on them. And them brown and nice and look good. Them money out here, them live for the foreign stuff.
What for you is the essence of Jamaican beauty in girls?
Essence, fat, skinny, curve, whatever. I just can tell you, when these ladies put on their clothes, you are gonna be hypnotized. Sometimes if I go to take off her clothes, you see her, you say, but she don't look so hot again. But when Jamaican ladies dress, problem, you're in trouble.
How are you gonna stay fresh?
I always know how to rebuild myself. You can never see elephant look like a madman or a crackhead. Never.
Never.
I walk with a cologne in my bag. Kevin, pass my bag. I always smell like strawberry and apple.
Yes.
Yeah, you understand? So Fahrenheit, this is what we walk with. We don't walk with just Axe cologne alone, you understand? So it's fashion week, so no dirt. Clean, you understand? How is the fashion? Look for my shoes. Look, fashion. No dirt! Let's go! Ready?
Back at the party, it was easy to see why some of these girls might cause the men some problems. Their outfits made their bodies pop in all the right places. However, it was hard to ignore an unnatural paleness on some of their faces. Skin bleaching is a controversial topic all over the world, but Jamaica is the only country where it has become a subject immortalised in song, with popular dancehall stars such as Vybz Kartel endorsing it.
I maintain that bleaching now doesn't mean the same as bleaching 25 years ago. Today, we are a much prouder race who know that we can do what we want as far as style is concerned. We dictate styles and regard them as just that, styles.
However, this is not the only DIY beauty treatment causing a stir, as we'd find out the next day. So we're coming to look at this private farm in someone's backyard, a poultry farmer. Now this is obviously not entirely fashion related, but you'll see. Hi. We were here to find out about an underground trend that started in Jamaica in the 90s of girls consuming agricultural chicken feed in the hope of obtaining curvier bodies. Colloquially known as foul pills, they might contain anything from growth hormones to appetite stimulants, and one of the key ingredients is arsenic. Yummy. How many do you have?
Okay, sure. We have 90 chicken right now. When they just get 2 days old, we buy them. And then when they reach 1 month old now, then we give them the finisher. The finisher one now what we give them to make they get fatter.
You're going to end up as KFC, my friend.
I can tell you, I know about the chicken pill. Like the pill that you do chicken, like these things, the lady them now, when they want to get fat and their body get big, they take it now and should make porridge. When they make the porridge, they drop into the porridge.
So girls put this in their porridge?
Yeah, the girl put this in their porridge.
And it helps them get bigger, just like a chicken?
Just like the chicken, yeah, it blow them up, where they get fatter.
As this is an underground phenomenon, there's no actual proof that this plumps girls' breasts and buttocks the way it does chickens.
I don't like slim girls. I would never live with a slim girl, no matter what you have.
What's nice about fat?
Well, I like when a woman have big bottom, big fat legs, big hands. I like when my girl hold me and I feel her. When I lie down in the bed and go on top of her and hold her, I feel flesh. You know, that's the thing I love about my fat girl. My wife knows this, is me walking down the street with a slim girl, you know that we are just friends. But if my wife sees me walking with somebody fat, you have eyes on me. Okay? So
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Why is it better to be bigger in Jamaica?
Oh, because first of all, when I was a child, I was skinny. And since I started having my kids then, I just started get fat. When I went out on the road Guys, look at me. So it worked. A slim man and a fat man and a fat man and a slim one.
Another thing since I've been here, one of the fashion is bleaching skin.
Okay.
What do you...
Right now in Jamaica, if you're not bleaching, you're not saying nothing because bleaching turn up the thing. So when you bleach, it makes you look more nicer, look more sexier, and look more cuter than you was.
They don't really, no, if you ask anybody why they bleach, they will never give you a complete reason why they bleach, you understand? As long as it's spelled Fashion, they are into it. Don't care how dangerous it is, don't care about the education. Anything that we Jamaicans go and see the Americans do, we take it back here.
Do you bleach?
Yeah.
Yeah? When did you start?
I start about 2 years about now.
It's bad for your skin?
It's not bad for my skin. I
No.
don't know anybody else. It's not bad for my skin.
Hey girl, love your lip gloss. What kind is that?
Show me your lip gloss.
As usual, Fashion Week was bucking the trend on the street. But if eating chicken pill porridge for breakfast was one of them, then it's probably best left on the street. I wanted to ask the models what they thought of these trends, if indeed they'd heard of them.
Next model, go. Next model. First. Next.
I've been interviewing people all week about fashion in Jamaica. And everyone I ask what's fashionable in Jamaica right now, they tell me to bleach your skin.
Peer pressure. Because your friends and some icons do it, so they follow. Some icons do it, like for example, Vibes Carter.
In certain areas. But Portmore, Spanish Town.
So it's like a class money thing.
Yeah.
Some people think that to be brown is pretty and that black is not beautiful. But it's not right. Black is beautiful. Look at me.
We need to look into ourselves more and accept who we are. Because when you're doing those things, you're taking away the true beauty that God gave you when He decided to place you on earth.
General opinion seemed to suggest that this was a matter of economics and education, as these practices are popular in low-income areas. My questioning was eventually overwhelmed by the excruciatingly loud Europop, so we left Fashion Week and headed back to a dancehall party.
Bleach the eye. You know, it's a bleaching can give skin cancer. My girl, you're smoking and also smoking can give lung cancer.
I'd heard dancehall superstar Lisa Hyper was going to be at the party. She was a protégé of Vibes Cartels and fellow bleaching advocate, so I was keen to talk to her.
True, me say bleaching. Them say me a head. All who no like my bleaching drop down and dead. Which waist girl a talk about cancer? When you bleach, beauty is the answer.
The dance hall may initially seem intimidating, like walking into an exclusive club where everyone dances better and is hotter than you. But on closer inspection, you realise this is an arena that welcomes all sorts, just as long as you get involved.
True, me say bleaching. Them say me a head. I know me make some girl suffer from blackhead.
We made plans to meet Lisa the next day. In most countries, a celebrity turning up at a nightclub causes a scene. Not here. I was surprised Lisa's presence didn't cause some sort of hysteria, but not half as surprised by what happened next. King of the dancehall, Beanie Man strolled in to break the news of the death of his father to the unsuspecting crowd.
Weepo, Raga, your friend, my father. The man said, brother, can't kill you. I'm going and room. And I'm sitting there going and lying down. I've been touching from him cold. Father didn't have a
So right now, I'm being of silent for being the man father.
Danny, you seen life? Most getting high, most getting high.
Bless.
Most getting high.
Life goes on.
One day my most rich, my most get what's mine. Father God blessing is so divine. All when the way seems dark, man not stop trash man to raw. Him say me a the woman him a look for. Make me take time out call Saka. You don't know she a the woman. Money find a rich man. Want me move in with the man in you.
So we've come to this lovely house on the outskirts of Kingston for a photo shoot for Lisa Hyper's album. Lisa Hyper is one of the biggest female dancehall stars at the moment. She started out as one of Vybz Kartel's protégés, and since he's been in prison, she's trying to reinvent herself. Obviously, she's one of the most influential female stars at the moment, but one of the main reasons I want to talk to her is because she's one of the few stars that advocated skin bleaching.
Me never rush for boss, me never must for boss. Me, no DJ never does for boss. Jam 2 ear, my style and some tough for boss. And no flip mo squad, and no bust the boss. Show my rams them tight like crust to rust. Yeah, for wise for boss, no pick side for boss. Worldwide we boss. And the youths them on the street side we boss. It's sticky pan them, Lisa Hyper.
Obviously here, fashion is so tied up with music.
Yes.
How do you feel now about being a role model to young girls in Jamaica? How do you feel about that responsibility?
Well, it's a great feeling, you know, it's an overwhelming feeling. You know, at the end of the day, you want to do good, you know? You don't want to lead the young girls astray. So you're going to tell them what it is. You're going to tell them how it is. I'm giving it me, I'm giving it real, you know? Real.
People overseas are obsessed with the fact that everyone's bleaching their skin. But do you still bleach?
Well, you would have said bleach, you know. Yes, you would have said bleach, yes, a tone, but I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still do.
And can you explain for us why it's so popular here? Because I think there's a lot of ignorance and a lot of people don't.
Well, why is it? Because maybe most people like having their skin toned, you know, looking brown, you know, whether if people want to say they're insecure, if they want insecure, that fit how them feel, you know. At the end of the day, you know, people have a lot of different reasons why they do that. And Nicki Minaj carrying this Barbie thing, every girl a Barbie now. You know, you just need a little eyelash, you need a little makeup, get your hair done, your nails done, and you're a Barbie.
I mean, for some young girls, I think because the process is not, it's not monitored. It's not, you can't go and safely buy the cream, and there's no real instructions because there's no education around it. Do you think it would be better if? Do you think it would be better if there was somewhere it was more regulated?
Yes,
so that people weren't hurting themselves.
I do. It's deep. It's really deep, you know, because you do have 15-year-old a rub with cream, but them parents allow it.
Lisa seemed uncomfortable with the term bleaching. Many people here prefer to sugarcoat the trend by referring to it as rubbings or toning the skin, making it sound more like a health treatment at a beauty spa.
Come watch me. Ding, 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 ding. Let's say I come. Jigga, 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 jigga. Big up, people, big up, big up.
After meeting Lisa, someone who grew up in the ghetto and is so influential there, I wanted to talk to some young girls from there for whom the bleaching trend is a part of everyday life. So that one is when you're at your whitest.
This one when I was taking the pill and I was like that. And I was bleaching at the same time so I get brown too.
So that's like the lightest you go?
No, I go farther than that, like you.
And what age?
I was bleaching from I was like 14, 15.
Do people tell you that you shouldn't do it, it's dangerous for your health?
Yeah, they always say that.
Because it gets into the pigment and destroy your skin.
And who are the people that say that?
Person that doesn't
That
really
doesn't
do it.
Okay.
But some people, they want to come fast, so them use bleach that they use to wash clothes and stuff.
That's how I clean my bath.
Yeah.
And it burns.
It burns.
Yeah.
But just because it's the fashion, everybody still use it.
Do you think also the popularity of having lighter skin comes from the media?
Some people would say they want to look like Beyonce or what you call that, Nicki Minaj. I want to look like Nicki Minaj.
That's why you take the chicken pill.
Yeah, because I want big bum.
So what is this chicken pill?
Water to raise chicken for them to get big.
And it works the same for humans?
Yeah.
Peritol. The pills they showed me had Peritol stamped on them. These have nothing to do with chickens. Peritol is actually an appetite stimulant for depressed cats. Chicken pills seems to be an umbrella term for any under-the-counter pharmaceutical that may help you gain weight. Some girls aren't too worried about what they're putting in their bodies if there's a chance it'll bring them closer to their ideal look.
We ask about it because we want to try it, because we want to look, as I say, like Nicki Minaj. I want this big bump here. You know?
The shape, you know, say a tradition to say, alright, Jamaican people normally have big body and hip and rare. So normally, we know say, yeah, Jamaican girl, she's a Jamaican because she have her big body and she have her hip and the breast them. But nowadays, people care about the flat belly in a Jamaica. Them want them belly for flat, them breasts stiff up and the body for big.
So what happens? Where do you get the pills?
It used to sell over the counter, but it banned, like maybe I think they damage somebody or something like that, or maybe kill somebody or stuff, and it's because of that. So them like ban it, not supposed to sell anymore. But you still have like person who work in there who take it out and sell you.
The girls then took us into downtown Kingston so we could see just how easy it was to get hold of bleaching products. So where are we going now?
Now we're going to show you where we get our fashion.
Okay.
We are party and burn out the crosses.
We are in Kevin's haberdashery, and this is where the girls buy their bleaching cream. How do you know what you're buying? There's so many different types.
Yeah, but the one that we use.
Sometimes we take risk by buying what we don't know until we see what. One time we use it, see what.
What do you mean by risk?
Okay. Like we don't know what it will do to our face or skin. We do take risk. And whenever one take risk, it will pass on to everybody else.
Okay.
We just get some gel and stuff.
Because it's kind of a bit illegal. You can't just go and ask the doctor what to do. You have to try yourself.
Try it and see if it will work.
I'm looking at Vibe's own brand cake soap.
Vibe started cake soap.
Does it work?
Yeah. It makes it feel very cool.
Really?
Yeah.
They're afraid that the video
might expose them.
So we just kind of followed the girls into the place where they buy the bleaching cream. And I was quite surprised to see it all on display because from what I've heard, I thought it was kind of more of an under-the-counter thing because it's not legal. So we were okay for a while, and then once the people who worked there realised that we were filming, they asked us to stop because they thought we were going to expose them, and so we've had to step outside.
This is how we live in
These
Jamaica.
are the things we use in Jamaica to get brown.
We managed to find a vendor of lightening products who agreed to talk to me about it. You know, it's generally like any other accessory fashion store I might find in the world, except that you sell bleaching cream just like it's another accessory. What is it about being lighter at the moment that is more attractive?
What about being light?
That's a tough question. What about being lighters?
Despite the risk of atrophy, stretch marks, chemical burns and acne, not to mention the long-term systemic health effects such as Cushing's syndrome and diabetes, many girls and boys continue to bleach in the name of fashion. The girls we'd met were unwilling to actually apply it in front of us, so we headed to one of Kingston's premier strip clubs, Caesar's, to meet a girl who would. So, the girls that we spoke to before, who were really open about skin bleaching and, they let us talk about it for ages, when it came down to actually showing us how the process is done, they were a bit uncomfortable doing it. So, we've been put in touch with a girl who works here. This is a strip club in Kingston called Caesar's. I've got to tell you, she's not a stripper, she's only a hostess. But she's going to show us and hopefully give us some further insight into, why girls bleach, what do the men here want. Who are these girls here?
These girls were past Caesar's girls. You can see very exotic, mostly brown skin girl.
So is this kind of what the demand is? Lighter skin girls?
Lighter skin girls, they do get away with a lot in Jamaica. I have a friend, we're both from the ghetto, but now she lives uptown, right? She's really light skin, almost next to white, right? The guy that she met, we met him at a bar. She lives uptown now. She lives in a okay house. It's okay, and he drives her around. She doesn't own a car, but he drives her around, and that's a big improvement from where she's coming from.
So using skin bleach is logical, really. It makes sense.
In Jamaica,
it's an easy way for you
to logical, and it gets you places, and it gets you out of spots. Even people that did not know me would say that your bleaching fits you, so they could differentiate. The amount of numbers that I have in my phone when I was brown, I could not keep track of it. I could call somebody for, take me lunch, take me dinner, take me here, take me there, do that for me, do this for me, and it would be done. If you can't have food, you can't have housing, you can't have your family, you got to have your bleaching. Yeah, most girls.
So interesting. Do you ever think about it and just wish that it was different and that the trend was to be black?
The only difference I wish you had in it was if it could happen faster without damaging your skin.
She took us into one of the back rooms usually reserved for more amorous encounters, where she could demonstrate her bleaching technique. So, show me what you do.
This is Bio Cream. Now, this is Jamaica's baby in bleaching. And this is for your hair. But girls have found out that this volume 40 is like one of the big things that just brings up the cream, gives you that reddish look, and then it just takes it off beautiful. But after a while, you have to just cool off and come back again, because your skin will get way too thin. If you get a cut, it will never heal. After a while, this area will burst. And when it bursts, the vein is more obvious.
What do you think would happen if I used it?
If you... No, I don't think you will have skin left. Some of the girls that do this think that, hey, if I do this long enough, I'll become white. But you never actually get white. After you get brown, you get pink. So you do it once in the morning and once in the night before you go to bed. There's some people now that do it 3 times a day. This is the way I do it, right?
Okay.
First thing you get is the warmth of it.
Shall I try?
It won't hurt you.
It's definitely a little bit warm.
Yeah. So we're gonna take the Glad wrap and we're gonna wrap it on my skin.
the heat is unbearable, right?
So you would go out with this under your clothes?
Yeah.
All
You
day?
would go out, yeah. Some girls get stockings and pull it up over it. They would get tights and pull it up over it, and probably get jeans. So it would be the heat of the century, like a global warming type of thing happening, yeah.
But if you have a boyfriend already, doesn't it interfere with your sex life?
He doesn't get any.
What's more important, sex or bleaching?
Sex or bleaching? Yes, some guys that if you're not brown, they don't want you. So there's a lot of guys that will lie down and watch you rub on the cream, help you rub on the cream, and lie down beside you and say, baby, I don't want to mess up that cream tonight. I want it to stay on you, yeah.
And even in summer, like how it is now?
In summer, the girls are going crazy for this type. That's when they really go all out because they know they'll see a lot of strange faces, new people from different countries, and they always want to attract a different race.
You know, it's so dark again. Yo,
Some of the beauty trends we'd seen here may appear extreme, but when put up against perma-tanning and plastic surgery, it's just another example of the theory that making yourself darker, lighter, fatter or thinner is going to radically alter your fortune. Fashion Week had definitely been a celebration of the more positive side of Jamaican fashion. But I think couture will have a tough job taking over from dancehall as the flagship of Jamaican style. And a good thing too.
Number one selector, DJ Kenny.
DJ Kenny, Maras.
Check. Tuna Kiss, aka Kiss Kiss Baby, I miss you.
Follow me.
Cool. Jamaica. The drugs. Jamaican baby.
No.
How about you? Good. Too cool.